Testing, 1, 2, 3. Greetings and salutations, everyone. La 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 la. How's it going? We are doing more MoP today. Obviously, it's MoP Monday. Tomorrow is going to be nerve-wracking, to say the least. Good ol' Midnight's release and cinematic, as well as teaser and trailer and all that jazz will be tomorrow. I'll be reacting to that, and then afterwards I'll be doing the rest of the Ghost of Crash campaign. Yeah, very, very nervous about tomorrow. But, obviously today will be all about MoP. This might be the last MoP Monday, by the way. I don't know. Not last ever, but just last for a while. I don't know. I'm, almost exalted with everything. Most of the stuff that I do in MoP right now, outside of the dailies, is the dungeons and the raids, which I don't stream. And, I don't know. I kind of feel like I'll do, the MoP content, or whatever, you know, 5.1 for MoP Monday, whenever that is. But, yeah, I am feeling the pull to put a pause on MoP for a little bit. Well, we'll see. I never say never, you know. I might go like, oh, let's do another MoP Monday, but I don't even know what I would do because we're finishing up Dread Wastes today, probably. That's my hope. I honestly really want to finish it. I don't really see a I don't really see us needing to do another week of this. I need to find the cave entrance here. It's either over there or over here. I'm thinking it's over there. I think. I wish we had underwater breathing. Aha! Nice, buddy. Hello, Slayer Series AU. Mr. Pandaria is one of these tales that means something. I really like the, it is one of my favorite expansions. It really does tell quite a bit for a story. I don't know, there's so much I like about Mr. Pandaria, and I'm glad I get to revisit it and play it for a little bit. Hello there, buddy.
There is much to be done.
I'll be wringing my palms as my entire social media feed starts eating their words when they inevitably don't kill off Lorthamar. I would love it. I would love it if everyone is wrong about Lorthamar's fate. I'm not trying to be too much of a doomer, but oh. I got 3 questions. Number 1, whose blood did kill our drink? Alright, I'll answer that right away. That was, I believe, Manaroth's blood. It was Manaroth's dead blood, which is personally my own theory as to why the orcs look more gray or purple than they do red or green. 2, we didn't see any female fel orcs in Burning Crusade. Okay, well, the reason for that is simply they didn't have a model. They do exist, but there is no existing female fel orc model yet. 3, I'm surprised that the other warlords didn't get Lords of War shorts. We got comics instead for some of them, but it would have been nice if every warlord did get a Lords of War short. I would have loved that too. He's gonna get Boulevard, I'm calling it now, beat up and just left to do the expansion. That would be the, not the best case scenario, but like, I don't know, probably the most likely scenario, outside of course, getting mortared. Yep, it's true, there was no model, unfortunately. We see both sides of the Alliance and Horde in it. It's one of the things that got me making my Warcraft series. I mean, that's sometimes what it, you know, what needs to happen.
Speak. Preserve the cycle for the galaxy.
A nice little ore mine. I'm working on my Warcraft. It is kind of a cross with Dragon's Dogma Part Y series called Slayer. See, I have no idea what that is. But, hey. You know, you do what you do. I am surprised at how much the Dread Wastes was just kind of given the, 5.4 Shaw music. Or was this always in the game? I'm pretty sure it was added in 5.4. I'm pretty sure. Also, have you gotten tired of watching bugs vomit on the floor and then feeding them a bunch of random crap yet? Not yet, but the moment you pointed that out, I was like, oh, that really is most of the Paragons, isn't it? Wake them up, they vomit, feed them. Wake them up, vomit, feed them. While the elf main roles, we do have Horde and Alliance in too. Rexar is still part of the series and is still hero of the Horde. Awesome. You'll love to hear it. Good evening. Hello, Zelrin. Are you dreading tomorrow as much as I am? I'm like, it's like nervous and excitement. It's nervous-sided as the was coined so long ago. I had made Warcraft stories, but I lost them when my old laptop died, so I had to start over. That's rough. I put all of the stories that I've written on a Google Drive. Hopefully that will be preserved for the rest of time, so in case anybody ever, I don't know, wants to see my really poorly written stories from the beginning, they can see that. Do the crabs get out? I'll give it a try. What are you afraid of what will happen tomorrow? Okay. I guess that's always a lead-in, right? My biggest fear is, them killing Lorthamar Theranov. If you are not familiar, I hate to spoil this, but, tomorrow will be the cinematic release for Midnight, and the announcement, and all other stuff, you know. Very, hey, here's what's next, basically, for the expansion. They've already shown a brief flicker of the cinematic. A lot of it's mostly just Zaltaf smiling as everything burns around her, but the one snippet that everyone has been lingering on is Lorthamar Theron. Clearly, it is clearly him, because you see his iconic sword and glove and ponytail in the shot. He is kneeling before Zaltaf, he's not looking so great, and everyone has immediately jumped on board saying, okay, is he going to die? Because he better not die. That is everyone's fear. I'd say it's honestly worse than Vol'jin's death, because at least Vol'jin could come back, and, he had a little bit of build-up to his death, I guess. Lorthamar just kind of immediately dying at the start of the expansion sucks. There's no turning that. It sounds awful. So it's very dooming right now. Everyone's kind of dooming at the moment. That's my biggest fear. Is there a chance that he won't die? Yes. There is always a chance he won't die, and I hope that is not the case. I really hope that's not the case. That's not dread if you're excited, that's cautious optimism. There's a bit of dread in there, there's a bit of excitement. I'd say it's like 80% dread and 20% excitement. But if Lorthamar survives, then it's back to excitement, I guess. I don't know. They need to do the Horde right in Midnight. War Within very much has turned me away from the current Warcraft stuff, sadly. Mario is story mode raid? Yep. We will be doing that after the announcements with Midnight. And we'll probably be talking a lot about Midnight's cinematic and upcoming features, what we like, what we dislike, blah blah blah. I have acquired various supplies of nice tasting drinks to help smooth over tomorrow's events. See, there's a chance, Zaurin, that things won't go horribly. One of the ideas is that Rexar has a few other animal buddies. One was a Hentosaurus he befriended before he ran to the new horde and helped them. Rexar looked the same as the game canon. He's still got his bear buddy. Okay, so he's still got Misha. Got it. I hope the horde get more time and show that they care about the Blood Elves and their family. Me too. That is one of my prerequisites for Midnight. Killing off Lorthamar would be dumb. Wasn't Blizzard alluding to him becoming the new Sun King? Also, Blizzard has killed enough horde leaders. Axing the Blood Elf won't go over well with the fans. Exactly. The big idea. That's the big idea. That's the big idea. Yeah, that is, everyone that I've talked to, both Alliance and Horde, have all unanimously agreed it'd be a bad idea. There's a few outlier people, but those people are like, I don't know, they want to start shit, basically. It's a stegosaur, then just call it a stegosaur. Ooh, I can do the funny little walk. I love. Oh no, I can't do the funny walk. I thought it was gonna be the when you walk on the seafloor animation. Oh well. I cannot lie. When Lorthamar survives, I think people really gotta reevaluate when they're interacting with the story. I feel like this is the peak of excessive dooming over one frame of one shot. I don't know. I don't know about that, Sil. It's one of those things where it's like, I get what you're saying. And I hope that you're right, that Lorthamar does survive. I just think that the Horde as a whole right now are in a very, really bad mental place. At least I am. I keep saying, I'm trying to, from my mind, I'm kind of looking at it as like, there's a chance he will survive, obviously. There's always a chance. It's kind of 50-50 right now. He'll either die or he'll live, and everyone of course wants him to live, so... Well, to be fair, BFA, they kind of burned off all their trust. They totally lied about the entire War of Thorns on the BlizzCon stage. That is true too. Past that point, you really can't trust them on any excess grace. I mean, they haven't said anything about Lorthamar's survival or death. They have not. They have not said anything about that, which is smart. But them doing that and throwing that in the cinematic teaser was a bold decision, I guess. In a way, it is kind of gauging what people are going to react to a potential death. And almost everyone that I've, again, talked with is against it. So, if they kill Lorthamar Theron off in the cinematic, I think it's going to get a negative reaction, not a positive one. Like, it's not going to be an, oh no, Lorthamar's dead. It's going to be, why did you kill him? It's going to be very rage, very angry. It's going to be less sad and more hateful and anger. And I don't think that's what they want for their expansion. Probably. Even if he did die, who would replace Lorthamar? Illyria? No. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the what-ifs of if Lorthamar dies. Who replaces Lorthamar Theron as leader of the Blood Elves? For one, Illyria is the leader of the Void Elves. She can't just insert herself into the Horde and start leading the Blood Elves as a nation. That's not how that works. That only works if the Blood Elves leave the Horde, and that's adding way worse of a situation of you know, the what-ifs as it is. I honestly think that if Lorthamar potentially dies, of course, It'd be Liadrin, honestly. Liadrin feels like the best character and candidate to lead the Blood Elves. She's like the second face of the Blood Elves, really, when you think about it. I can't really think of too many others. There's Romath. Romath is a good candidate, sure. Maybe. But I honestly think that it would be, I think it'd be Liadrin, Romath, that's like the only two I can think of. Halderon maybe, but he's kind of a... They need to give Halderon something. What are you talking about? It's going to be Illyria. It's not going to be Illyria. We just talked about this. Come on now. I don't know if you're just tuning in for the conversation, Blue, but she is a Void Elf. She's a part of the Alliance. She wants nothing to do with the Horde. She can't lead the Blood Elves. Sure, I mean, there's no reason to expect Blizzard not to misdirect you, but I think the Shadowlands Discord has poisoned the waterhole, and people are starting to think actually waiting to see of what happens is bad. I mean, we'll see tomorrow. It's one of those things where it sucks to be... I hate to be a part of the Doomer squad this time around, but it's getting hard. It's getting harder. Most likely it is Liadrin, but my heart says it needs to be Romath. Aethys can be the new Grand Magister. Maybe Liadrin takes over. I feel the same. I feel so bad about Liadrin. She's so boring now. She's boring, but she's not bad boring, if that makes sense. I don't know. I don't mind Liadrin. I guess the best way to take Liadrin's character, in my opinion, is to kind of have her be very resentful and against Turelion. Like, that's what I would take her character at this point. Like, what do you do with Liadrin to make her interesting? Well, make her not the you know, make her against, you know, working with the Alliance. Make her against working with the Void Elves, you know? It makes sense because she's a Blood Elf that serves the light. She's the face of the light for the Blood Elves, so having her and Romath be opposed to working with the Void Elves would be interesting. I like that. I like that way more than just the natural, Liadrin going like, we need to work together in this. Like, that's so boring. Bro, we're getting a Black Rooms movie? I'm not sure what that means. If you want to get into detail with that, go right ahead. I heard from Doran Movies that the Blood Elves are becoming neutral. Well, Doran Movies, as much as I like the guy, a lot of his videos are very inaccurate. A lot of them are speculation, and that I wish that he would be more open about the fact that he is theorizing and speculating. The leaks that he talks about are they're just speculation. Like, I hate leaks. Leaks in WoW are almost always fake. Like, maybe like 2 out of 12 leaks are real when it comes to leaks in WoW. I think Liadrin needs a new character arc. She's not had one for 18 years. True. They really gotta play into the actual Blood Knight's mindset for Liadrin, I think, not just for delight. Yeah, something there. I just think personally that she is a perfect character to run with the whole, she's anti-void, you know? And I feel like that's a really good dynamic to have for her, to, like, be like, no, I'm against the light. I'm against the void. I have to be. And she has plenty of reasons to have that approach. The Sunwell almost was lost to the void at one point. So I agree with you about leaks. I would hope so. Yeah, but the whole thing, Jacob, this is to Jacob Peacock, because he goes as Betty here. He goes as Betty because it's his mom's account. Yeah, it's just a leak, man. So, and it's a fake leak. Additionally, Liadrin does have a adopted daughter. Maybe they can work on the mother and daughter story. They already did that for the Shadowlands Blood Elf epilogue story. Not sure we really need that, but sure, to some level. The jailer returns to go visit Ban's house to ask for some anima. Ban will shut the door and then get the heart of Azeroth, and he will blast that guy sky high. What do you think is going to happen given the teasers? Okay. Here's my speculation. Alright. And it can go one of two ways, alright? So, 1. Xal'atath will arrive. We will get a shot of all over Azeroth of the Void invading. We'll get it of Orgrimmar, and Thrall will be there, maybe doing something cool. We'll get it of Stormwind, and Anduin will be doing something cool. But the main focus will be of the Void's invasion to Quel'Thalas. And Xal'atath will arrive in person. This is the only place that she personally visits. And she will arrive there to collect the Sunwell. And Lor'themar will be standing there, maybe with an army, maybe it's just him, as his army fights off the Void spawnlings of Dementius's babies or whatever. But Lor'themar will fight Xal'atath. Obviously, he's gonna lose. He's gonna forcefully kneel before Xal'atath. She's gonna pass by him. He's not worth her time anymore. She's gonna let him live, or she's gonna capture him and corrupt him or something. Or she's gonna kill him. Hopefully, it's one of those, and then she's gonna take the Sunwell. Personally, what I think would be really cool, and I don't think this is going to happen, but I think it'd be cool, is Thal'Arisra, or the Horde Council, shows up to save Lor'themar, and they get on out of there. And, I think that's gonna be the vast majority of the cinematic, I think, from what we know. Oh yeah, absolutely. I think the angle you go for the anti-Void Liadrin is important, though. There's a difference between feeling bad about what happened to Maru and Void bad because light good. There's, I feel like there's something far more interesting to have Liadrin be anti-Void, mainly because, yeah, it hurts the Sunwell. Maybe Lor'themar gets saved by Illyria or the sisters, I'm not sure. I don't want that. I'm gonna be honest. I really don't want that. I get it. I get that Illyria is the main heroine for some reason for the saga so far, but I don't want that. I think that we're getting way too much Illyria now. You know how people were complaining about there was too much Thrall in Cataclysm, and it was bullshit? Very much War Within was just Illyria as the main character everywhere. She was in the Isle of Dorn. She wasn't in Ringing Deeps, I'll give them that. She wasn't in Ringing Deeps, that was mainly a dwarf story, which kudos for them for doing that. But she was in Hollowfall, and she was in Azj-Kahet, and then following Azj-Kahet, she was in the campaign. Following the campaign, she was in Undermine briefly, and then in Ghost of Koresh, she was one of the main characters. For the most part, Illyria was almost always in the expansion, and then following that with Midnight, you know she's going to be a pivotal character again. And I really don't think I want her to save Lor'themar. I want that to be Thal'Arisra, I want that to be anybody else. I will honestly take Orisa, I'll take Eretor, I'll take Turalyon, I'll take the Horde Council, I'll take Thrall. Not Illyria. I'm tired of Illyria. Sorry. For some reason, like, she's not the Void and Elf character for the Void Elf expansion. I don't want her. I get it, she makes sense. I'm not saying she doesn't, but I'm tired of her, I really am. I don't really care for Illyria anymore. I liked her in Legion, surprisingly. She was fine in Legion. Obviously, Lor'themar will be saved by Samuro. You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it at this point. Samuro cameo. The first ever Samuro cameo in years, and he gets saved by... He shows up, and you know what? He slices that tomato. let's see, I think I might have missed some stuff you guys are talking about now. I'm making 2 bingos, one for good things and one for bad things for the reveal. Windrunners are on the bad one. Many Windrunners handle it. I don't really mind the Windrunners, so okay, so this is gonna drive some people wild. I don't mind, Verisa, and I don't mind Sylvanas coming back. In fact, I think Verisa would be a very interesting character to throw into the mix, because she's very anti-Blood Elf. And Sylvanas coming back, well, she's a Horde character, and I could use all the Horde characters I can get right now. I do think that there's an there's definitely a lot of Blood Elves, and there's a lot of Windrunners. It's gonna be, if you're a fan of elves, you're gonna be having a good time in Midnight, but if you're kind of like me, where you're like, I like orcs and trolls, and Tauren, and goblins, and Granai, you know, you're probably not gonna be having the greatest time, but hey, who knows. Oh no, Void and Elf is different from Void Elf. Maybe Verisa is not in Dalaran. Well, she's not in Dalaran. She's, they said that, they clarified that she moved from Dalaran. We don't know where she moved to, though. I'm assuming it's Silvermoon, or somewhere in Eversong, or maybe, Hinterlands? I'm not sure. Okay, they really shouldn't be a main character for the expansions, personally, as like everyone to be doing something even if it's unrelated to the main plot, like in Mists. I think what I liked about Mr. Pandaria was they really gave everyone something to do, even if they weren't the main characters of the patch or expansion, but they gave them something to do. Same for Battle for Azeroth. I just think the winners are all too similar, and they take up too much of the plot. There's rarely an expansion without a Windrunner in it. I'm trying to think of the expansions without a Windrunner in it, but like, I feel like I don't really agree with that they're all the same. I never have really agreed with that terminology for them. I just think that they tend to do a little bit too much with them in general, really. Like, I mean, Verisa hasn't had a spotlight on her for a minute, but it's mainly been the Sylvanas and Illyria story for sure. Like, Sylvanas was everywhere in Legion and BFA, and then in Shadowlands, and then Dragonflight we took a break from her. War Within, also break from her, but I think Midnight, she's obviously gonna come back. All Windrunners will come back, even Sylvanas, unfortunately. I don't think it's an unfortunate. So, one of the things I will say regarding Sylvanas is she was done poorly, she was done dirty. At one point, though, she was a fan favorite, but a lot of the fan favoriteness towards her character went away because of the writers at the time. And I think that the writer of Metzen, Chris Metzen, who is the original writer of Sylvanas, will do a better job than Denuzer or Alex ever did. That is a little bit glazing of him, and there's a chance I'll be wrong. I've been wrong about War Within so far, and I thought War Within was gonna wow me like crazy because Metzen was back, but it didn't, so who knows? Who knows at this point? I'm a fan of Elves, but still a fan of other races of the Alliance and Horde. I like Elves, but they're not my favorite. I'm glad, honestly, I am glad that Midnight is the Blood Elf expansion, or more importantly, it should be the Blood Elf expansion, because they haven't really gotten their own expansion since Burning Crusade. So, you know, it's been a minute, it's been a very long time since they've gotten anything, almost 2 decades, so. I would scream that they would let her live in Quel'Thalas. Verisa is like the whole war criminal and hates the Blood Elves unconditionally. They should have her moved to Silithus. Unfortunately, Zelrin, I could see them being like, yeah, Verisa can live in Quel'Thalas. If Eretor can live in Silvermoon, I don't know anymore. Get ready, get yourself mentally prepared that Verisa lives in Quel'Thalas. That's what I would suggest. I think that she should honestly, though, live in that one High Elven Lodge in Loch Modan. That should be where she lives. Like, if I had to choose a place she lives in besides Dalaran, I honestly think that they forgot about her when they had Dalaran crash, even though that should have been a storyline. But oh well. Was Draenor was Windrunner free? Technically, that is true. The Windrunners aren't all the same, but their melodrama is so exhausting. It's the world of Warcraft, not insert main character of Warcraft. It doesn't make sense that there is a main character, and when the game was at its best is when it was a bunch of characters. Yeah, it needs to be... World of Warcraft needs to be a variety. Like, it needs to have variety with its casting and characters. Like, I think that's my biggest issue with War Within, was that it had all these characters marketed and lined up, but you really didn't use any of them. Like, you just really used Illyria, and that was it. Like, yeah. They need to have variety again. Absolutely. Like, for Midnight, it should be the Blood Elves, with Lorthamar Therin, of course, as the main Blood Elf character. It should be Verisa as the main High Elf character, Illyria as the main Void Elf character, and if you want to throw in the Night Elves, sure, just throw in Chandris, throw in Maiev, throw in, maybe Illidan if they want to bring Illidan in into Midnight, why not? Eretor isn't like, that's like having Garrosh live in Theramore. I don't disagree with you, but I feel like they're gonna do that anyways. Eretor has done no crime, though, beyond being born from an Alliance guy and a traitor mom. It's weird to have him in Silvermoon. That's all I'm gonna say. Before the events of the Purge of Dalaran, I feel like Verisa would have been more welcomed in to Quel'Thalas, but because of the events of the Purge, I don't think so. My personal opinion, like I said, I'm not saying that they should do it. If she is living in Quel'Thalas, she shouldn't be. She should be living in the Lokmodan, the High Elf Lodge there. That is the perfect place for her to live in. And then you obviously are going to have her play a role in Quel'Thalas. I do think that's going to be the case regardless. Like, as much as she is a war criminal, or she should be a war criminal, I do think she'll play a role in Midnight, obviously. But she shouldn't be living in Quel'Thalas with her nephew and kids or whatever. Thrall could say the Horde is not the Horde without the Blood Elves, and they are family too, and we need to show them that we are there for them in this mad. Absolutely. I mean, that's what I want the opener. I said this before. I want the opener for Midnight, not so much the cinematic, but the opener, I want to be the Horde and the Alliance fighting side by side and protecting the Sunwell and Quel'Thalas. Like, that just sounds cool to me. I think Verisa will get eye on by the Blood Elves. The Sunreavers would hate her a lot, obviously. She is very much on the Blood Elf shit list. Like, what I've said before is I feel like Midnight is the perfect time to address all of the animosity that all of the elves have for each other. When Metzen said you're going to rally all of the elven tribes, my brain didn't go, oh yeah, they're all going to be buddy-buddy from the go. No, they need to be at each other's throats from the go. Like, I want the Blood Elves and Void Elves to have beef. I want the High Elves and Blood Elves to have beef. I want the Night Elves to even also have beef. Like, absolutely. And obviously the Nightborn to kind of just be there and be in support of the Blood Elves. Maybe have the not Blood Elves, have the Nightborn and the Night Elves have beef. Sure, why not? Eretor has literally never picked a side. Why is it weird for him to live in his homeland when he's been an independent adult since before the schism happened, and he did nothing wrong? I think it's weird for him to be in Silvermoon, specifically because of his origins. Like, I don't know, it's very weird for him to suddenly just be living in Silvermoon. I always thought that that was such a weird thing to be just, like, casually happening in a book. I would have liked it better, personally, is if he was planning on moving there and he was faced with some prejudice for being the son of Illyria and Turalyon, being a half-elf, because I feel like that's something that we don't see touched on by the Blood Elves, is how do they view half-elves within, like, obviously not have every single Blood Elf feel that way, but have some of them give them the stink eye. I feel like that would be interesting. I think that it's just the fact that he was originally, because we know where he used to live. He used to live in Stormwind. Then he moved to Hellfire Peninsula for a little bit to look for his parents, couldn't find them. Then he went back. Then he joined the Order of the Silver Hands. And now he's living in Silvermoon. It's just, I think for me it's just jarring that we went from that with his character. I still view him as an Alliance character just because both his parents are the Alliance, and we never have seen him ever with the Horde. Now, if they want to have him be like, I like the Horde, Mom and Dad, they're actually pretty cool, sure. I'm not against that, it's just that I don't know, I think we just needed way more screen time with the character. I'm a very pro Blood Elf guy, but, like, he can go in, man. I wouldn't bat an eye at it. I bat an eye at it. I definitely do. You can be for it, Blue. Everyone can be for it, but I just don't like it. It's weird. It's weird for the son of two Alliance heroes just be living in Silvermoon and a Horde city, for me at least. If they can let Illyria make a pilgrimage to the Sunwell and only turned her down because she was voidy and working for the Alliance, then surely they're gonna let Eretor chill. I guess? It's just weird that we got there. I don't know. I think that it needed more build-up, and, I don't know. I think part of the reason why I'm really against it is because it seems like they're making Silvermoon already a neutral settlement way before any of the arcs and stories even begin, and it's just not for me. Look, man, he got that dark elf haircut and he got that drip. He's allowed in. I don't like his haircut. His haircut looks stupid to me. His drip is fire. I like his drip, but I don't very much care for his hair. Maybe it'll look better in game, but his hair in the art looks stupid. Is Xel'Taf using Dementius as a battery? Yes. Romance saw him tatted up and went, damn dude, okay, sure. I hope that Eretor grows to me as a character, because I never really cared for him before. But I think he's voiced by Sasuke and Ben 10, so that's something. That'll make me like him a little bit. Technically, I could definitely hear has Ben 10 ever voiced you know, Ben 10 from Alien Force, obviously, but has he ever voiced Spider-Man? I feel like he should have. I know he voices the Spider-Man wannabe in Young Justice. I remember that. Now, it reminds me of Indorel Naravar from Morrowind. That's some classy hair. It reminds me of a bad haircut. I don't have a frame of reference, I just do not like the hair. What about the Sword of Sargeras gets absorbed by the Dark Heart? I think it consumes energy. I mean, I guess it does consume matter, actually, because it consumed Dalaran. But that would benefit... Well, I guess I could see that. I don't know, I still like my theory of Eridicron lifting it out with rocks and throwing it at Amanthul. That sounds badass to me. But sure, I could see, if Xalatath wants to absorb the sword, sure, I guess. Yuri Lowenthal, yeah, he's, Spider-Man a lot now, the Insomniac games, Marvel Rivals, etc. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, he was in the Sony games. Awesome. So, we've got Ben 10 Spider-Man as a half-elf. Cool. I do like half races a lot, so Eritor probably will grow on me. Guys, I'm a stickler. I don't like it when Alliance heroes or Alliance adjacent characters are in Horde cities. Except Jaina, I guess. Jaina and Thrall are the outliers. And Bane, I guess. Sure. Josh Keaton should be Spider-Man more. Absolutely. You know what's funny? What's funny is Yuri Lowenthal. He voices Anduin in Hearthstone. And honestly, he does a pretty good job at it. And we have been on this quest for ages. Then again, I've been yapping for a while. Funny thing is Josh Keaton has also been Spider-Man and Ben 10. Wait, he's been Ben 10 as well? Oh, that's wild. Like, I know that he's been Spider-Man. But I never knew that he was Ben 10 ever. That's kind of crazy. Is he like Ben 10 in the games or something? Ooh, we finally got our last thingy. Nice. Whoa, I actually got out of there quick. Nice. Oh, right, I need to swim to the cave. Womp womp. He's been, XLR8. Whoa, I fly what the hell? What is this? You see that? I was actually Newman fast underwater. I like that. What if Xalatath tries to kill Bwansamdi? Not allowed. Xalatath isn't allowed to kill fan favorites or try to kill fan favorites anymore. I am making a rule. Well, this is gonna be more of a waiting game here. I do like how, like, it is weird how aquatic the Sarok are. I do like how aquatic they are, though. One of the things I also really liked about the Sarok is after, like, the mists opened up, they kind of went out to become pirates. I wonder how many of these Sarok actually escaped. Because, like, I know they joined the Bilge Rats, which is pretty neat. Also, the Eritor haircut is such a Metzen character design. It exists in that sort of area that designs like Bold Thrall and Illidan come from. I did not like Bold Thrall either. Oh. If Metzen's the reason why Eritor looks like that, oh. I'm sorry that I do not like the Eritor haircut, guys. I know that you guys, I think, like it, but it is not for me. I hope it grows on me over time, though. But that is one thing I'll admit. Like, if Eritor, one, if his character grows on me, two, if his hair grows on me, that'll be great. I'll take it. It's like an absolute win. Dude, Windreaver, you always show up really, at poor times, dude. Can you say that again? It got interrupted by an ad and played both an ad and you're streaming at the same time. What did I say exactly? Or what was I saying verbatim? Elves still be at each other's throats at first, but maybe in as midnight goes on. I'm sure as midnight goes on, we're going to, they're going to either chill or, like, it'll get worse. Is it bad? I'm kinda hoping that, like, it gets bad. Like, I really want, like, almost like a Wrathgate situation to happen between the elves. Where, like, some of them are on better terms, but, like, something happens that completely nukes an allyship from ever happening. Maybe us and the leaders of the Horde Alliance tries to fix this and tries to show the point of view of the elves. Maybe. Okay, we're gonna go turn this in. I'm going to do... let's go do the gambling problem. That's one of my least favorite Dreadwaste quest lines. I almost want to save the Storm Stout story for last? Maybe? We'll see. It's a good one. If Zaltat tries to kill Bwansandi? Oh, well, I said, not allowed. I'm making a new rule where Zaltath is no longer allowed to try and kill fan favorites anymore. That is what I said. And I will stand by that. I mean, she can kill like one fan favorite and that's Turalian. That's about it. That's like the only character I'm kind of cool with her ending at this point. Maybe their elf types we never knew or never seen could show up. It's only a theory. Maybe, but I'm kind of the opinion that we should only focus on the elves we know for Midnight. I mean, I'm not against new elves popping up. I hope that so many of the elves, like, can I pull up? Let me see if I can find it. I want to pull up the elf, subrace image. Elf subrace image. It's like an image that shows like all the diverging elves from Warcraft. Yeah, I'm gonna type in Warcraft. Is this it? It might be. Elf. Like, there's a lot of like... Yeah, I think this is it. This is a very old image. Yeah, here we go. Obviously, this doesn't contain some of the cool Legion ones that we got. Or the more recent ones. So you got Night Elves, Highborn, Half Kaldrai, Dryad, Centaur. I'm not really counting these guys as much. And then you got High Elves, Satyrs, Naga. Are Harpies? I don't think Harpies are related to Night Elves. Naga, Undead Elves, Half Elves, Blood Elves. I like how Eretor is here. Fell Blood Elves, Darkfallen, Wretched. And then, of course, technically you got Trolls, Nightborn, Fellborn, etc. Like, honestly, if they include those in Midnight, like everybody's there, that would be really cool. Dude, I need a soda so badly, I'm gonna be honest, and call me selfish. But Blood Elves should be the main focus of the expansion. They should be the one to solve the main problems of the expansion, bridge the gap, etc. I agree with you. There is no... I don't have any arguments with what you're saying, Zelrin, at all. This is, like... honestly, how the expansion should be. I feel like it'd be really bad, in my opinion, if the expansion is primarily solved by Illyria. Like... Illyria had her time to shine in War Within, right? I feel like, and it's okay for her to still shine in Midnight. I'm not opposed to her having more moments in the expansion. But if I'm being honest, like, the Blood Elves should be the main focus, the main characters of the expansion. It should be, like, 80% them and 20% everything else, really. At the very least, the start of the expansion. Like, I do think that eventually with Midnight, we're going to have, stories where they will diverge and they'll no longer be focusing on Quell of the Lost as much. But, yeah. I'm so annoyed by people being like, but the Night Elves. I mean, the Night Elves can show up too, right? Like, I feel like the Night Elves are the ones who need to show up the least in the Midnight expansion. If that makes any sense. Like, I'm okay if they show up, but they shouldn't really be a very large focus, because we've gotten so much with them recently in Battle for Azeroth, Legion, Shadowlands, and also Dragonflight. So it's like, I don't think the Night Elves need it as much. Like, they can show up to help, but, you know. No, I'm sick of High Elves and Void Elves and Night Elves. They should not be the main focus. Oh, of course, that's what all expansions do. Yeah. No, I agree with you. I mean, I want the Blood Elves to be the main phases.
May your deeds live on in story. Goodbye. Stay focused.
I'm so worried they'll do Bilgewater with the Blood Elves. Oh, they're Horde, but not worried. Don't worry about it. I'm worried about that too, Zoran. I really am. They really, I hate to say it, but like, I think War Within was really the expansion that kind of broke my trust with Blizzard in a lot of ways. Like, the stories that I was excited for just did not hit for me. And the way they describe certain, like, areas and characters and events and reasons as to why, you know, we had that, it didn't click. It did not click for me. Like, I honestly think that Undermine, because everyone was hyping it up as, like, a big, Horde story, and it wasn't, kinda just made me go, and then, following after Undermine with Ghost of Koresh with no Horde characters showing up to help out Locust Walker or Illyria or the Ethereals with Dementius was just kind of, it just added further, just, I don't know, like, I just was very distraught, really, with how they handled it. Dude, you like BFA? That's crazy, but I get it. What does me liking BFA have anything to do with that? I'm confused. Because BFA still had the Zandalari stuff, and for someone like you, who only really cares about the story, I get it. I liked Undermined. It was so close to being really good. Okay. I think I get what you mean by the BFA thing now a little bit. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I think that Undermined, it needed to have something there for the Horde, something there for the Village Goblins. It didn't need to be the A plot, but at the very least it needed to be there, and the fact that it wasn't was just kind of,
What is your hurry? Keep the peace. May your deeds live on in story.
If be me, I would have a Horde member with them, and Undermine, I would have Thrall be with Illyria, as he wants to see it for himself. Renzik Man, why? Yeah, the Renzik stuff, I honestly, again, this is just how I feel, and I'm not sure if that's what they were going for, but, quite specifically, the Renzik decision felt very ham-fisting the Alliance into a Goblin story to reassure the Alliance player base that they were being valued, but it inadvertently, in my opinion, made the Horde feel devalued in the worst way possible. Like, yes, Gazlo was there. Yes, here is a leader of the Horde as the main character doing stuff. But ultimately, not really doing a lot, and if I'm being honest, like, I feel like they just kind of did Gazlo dirty. Like, I feel like I was far more interested in the Gazlo in Aj-Kahet, where he was invested in Undermine and wanted to know what was about, because to me, I feel like the character of Gazlo, what they were writing at the time for Aj-Kahet, was that he had no idea what Undermine was about. And I think that would have been more interesting because we would have been in the same shoes as Gazlo. We would all need to figure out how Undermine works, what it's like, and how messed up it is. And that would be way more interesting than the Gazlo of, oh, woe is me, I do not like this place, let's leave, I do not want to help the people here, it's too far gone, Gallywix sucks, you know? It's just kind of like, I would have preferred a more abrasive Gazlo who wants to solve the problems of Undermine from the get-go, and who wants to take out Gallywix from the get-go, than the reluctant Gazlo that we got. Runzik is like if they made the main character of Midnight Valyria. You know? Maybe Illyria and Thrall would speak of the past to better understand each other, as Illyria could be on the edge with the orcs. Exactly, yeah. It's, that's the type of storyline that I wish we got for Ghost of Koresh and War Within in general, but no. I need to feed these otters. I don't see the otters at the moment. Ear lashes at Thrall and went as far as saying that the Blood Elves are nothing but tools. I don't know if she would go as far as to say that, but I get what you're trying to say. Well, tells the Blood Elves past and tells her that they are family too. See, I feel like Illyria would know the Blood Elves' history is the problem, but I get what you're trying to say. If they don't make a Midnight Horde focused, I will make a cool animation that shows the Blood Elves and Horde being so cool and being the Horde and stuff. If you need help writing that, you know where to find me, Zarin. You know where to find me, cause I will totally help write that. Cause oh boy. I don't know, I've been having a way more fun time, like, helping people out with like their stories than, and like experiencing their stories, than anything Blizzard has been writing lately. Like, the stuff Blizzard has been writing has been fine, but like, it's just not for me, man. Like, I just find it funny how, like, the Forsaken and Blood Elves have been in the Horde way longer than in the Alliance. You know? I feel like they really... Especially for the World Soul Saga in general, it feels like... Wait, why do I have 22 people watching me? What the fuck? Hello? Why are 22 people watching me right now? You guys just like hearing me rant on about shit, I guess? I don't know. This is very boring gameplay. Okay. This is why I normally don't look at seeing the viewer count, because then my brain breaks. Shit, what was I saying? Because you're goated, I guess? I don't know. I guess? People are excited about tomorrow, dude? People are excited about tomorrow, but it's today, though. Okay. Alright. They want to hear your take. I guess that makes sense. That makes sense. What was I saying? I don't remember what I was talking about. Remind me what I was saying, everyone. These otters are, very odd. I got him. There you go. I hate when my brain breaks like that. It's like... Oh, I know what I was saying now. I was talking about the World Soul Saga as a whole. The World Soul Saga as a whole feels very just like... I don't think they considered telling Horde stories, if that makes any sense. Like, I feel like they just wanted to tell the story that they wanted to tell, and I don't think they thought about the Horde so much when writing this whole thing. Like, I think that they were just like, okay, well, for War Within, it is, you know, a big part of Illyria's story. But, like, it's weird, though, right? Because, like, it's... You have Thrall front and center almost in every ad, every art. I mean, he's not front and center for the loading screen, but, like, he's there, right? So, like, what I really want to know what the heck happened with Thrall. Monarch chunks. I do appreciate that you guys think I'm goated. Something about the Blood Elves of the Forsaken and the World Soul Saga? That was what you were talking about. I was talking about something else. You are one of the people that makes Ironroth. I think your help of writing that for a buddy, I think it's amazing. I do like writing for Ironroth. I gotta work on some stuff for Ironroth, unfortunately. I haven't been working on it as much. I've been kind of feeling really worn out and deflated. So, it's a little bit upsetting in that regard, but I do want to, I do need to work on Ironroth. I got some stuff I need to work on for it, for good old Thumbshire. They want to tell a neutral story using almost exclusively Alliance characters. It's very... I really just... I primarily care about, Horde stories, so... They really need to not do that. They need to... For me to have investment as a Horde player, I want to see a Horde character on the screen doing things. It wasn't animated at first, remember? It was dire. It was one, It was over, ever since then. It should have been the first warning sign. Oh, are you talking about the, for the website, Zoran? For the War Within website? I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, he wasn't animated at first, then he was animated later on, like they hotfixed it in. Yeah. I mean... The weird part is, right, like, from when War Within was announced, they said that his storyline was gonna be confronting his current, position in the Horde. Like, his new position in the Horde. So I'm very curious to see if that storyline was just moved to, Midnight or The Last Titan. You think that we will get new races at all? My fingers are crossed for Amani or Ogres. I think that we will get new customizations, and one of them will be Amani for trolls, and it'll be the more hulking body type for trolls, because they have the same animations. They're just bigger and bulkier. If we do get a race, my honestly, they could do an allied race, Amani troll and high elves or something. Or I think customization is more likely on that front for those two. But if we get a new race, I'd love it to be ethereals. I don't think ogres make sense, sadly, as much as ogres are a fan favorite. I mean, you know me, I've been asking for Moknathal and Broken Draenei for ages now, but I don't think they make sense to do just yet. I understand making projects is not easy to make. Maybe we get an episode about what is going on with the elves. We might. I will neither confirm nor deny that. That is a Thomshire move to state. I'd be down for Amani or Ethereals. I wasn't really all for Ethereals, but Koresh changed my mind. Koresh, I really like Ghost of Koresh. It's like the main thing, I think, in War Within that I really grew fond of was the Ethereals and Koresh in general and the story there. Yeah, I really hope we get Ethereals as a playable race at some point. In episode 1, Varisa said Lorthamar, thing of our people. She meant High Elf and Blood Elf. When I was the one who wrote that. Okay, so I always like giving insight about Ironwrath whenever I can. When I wrote for Ironwrath episode 1, there's a lot that I really wanted to do. I didn't get to do everything, but one of the things I really wanted to do for Sylvanas and Varisa was I really wanted to pair the two together and for them to be together, you know, longer than the War Crime story put them together with. You know, in War Crimes, you have Sylvanas and Varisa work together to poison Garrosh and kill Garrosh for all the shit that he did. I saw that and I was like, ooh, I really want to do that, but more. So, it is funny because earlier in the stream we were complaining about the Windrunners, but I mean, I've always been an advocate for like, hey, I'm down for I'm down for more Windrunner stories as long as they're good. And you know, as long as it's not just that's all we get, right? Like we need variety. We were talking at the same time that WoW needs to have like more than just like 1 or 2 characters. It needs to have several, at least a dozen active to some degree. Which expansions work for Remix in your opinion? Warlords of Draenor, Legion, and Battle for Azeroth. I feel like those are the main 3 I would like to see from a Remix next. Mainly for story reasons, cosmetic reasons, and just the time of year that they came out. Battle for Azeroth is slowly catching up with Legion of being almost a decade old, which is maddening. I would so much rather they focus on rounding out the classes for everyone before adding any more races. I don't like that Earthen set us back of having just like one race that can't be Death Knights again. So my main thing is I'm down for another playable race, but if we had to choose between a new race or new class or new customization, I'm leaning more towards new customization. I want new customization for all the races. I want new hairstyles for orcs. I want new hairstyles for everyone, really, when you think about it. New tattoos, new eye colors. Like, oh man, the eye glows we got in Dragonflight Could you imagine if we finally got those for all of the playable races? Because those exist in the files. You can get dragon eyes, glowing eyes, and all this other crap on your player character, and they look great. You can do it in the WoW model viewer at the time right now. They're really good. I like them. I need to catch up with what people are saying. Blah, 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 blah. I thought Varisa and Sylvanas were good in Midnight. Varisa was a good factional antagonist. She's really evil. She is evil. If you pay attention to what she says and does during the Purge of Dalaran, that's pretty messed up, and what she tells you to do as the Alliance player. And Sylvanas was also that. She was intelligent and so sharp with her words, even to the closest of allies. I meant MoP. Okay, that confused the hell out of me, because Midnight isn't shit. I can't believe Zelrin got into the Friends and Family Alpha for Midnight. The two Windrunners were good in Mista Pandaria, because we didn't get them. We only got them in War Crimes, really. We didn't get them anywhere else. BFA gave us a ton of new races to play, but they all had like 2 hairstyles and 2 faces. It was not good. Yeah, we just need more customizations in general for the allied races, existing races. Me specifically, I want the orcs and the Maghar orcs to share each other's customizations. I think that'd be great. I'll take new customizations and finishing the Dragonflight goal of giving all the classes to everyone. Yes, I want orc druids. It's been long enough now that they have to make assets excuse is wearing thin. Fair. There are so many races that have just been shafted for customization. True. We need more customization for everyone. I would love that for Midnight. We need to get all of the playable races to an equal level of customization. I agree with that. For me, it's like, one of the things I really dislike is like, hey, I play an orc. Orcs have tons of customization. And I have, I ask, like, hey, can we get the Maghar hairstyles for the orcs? And someone comes up to me and goes, I think the orcs have enough. And it's like, no, I'm asking for the bare minimum here. I want everyone else to get a ton of stuff too, but, like, I want stuff for orcs as well. That's the main thing for me, because I primarily play orcs. Of course I want orc stuff. Barisa could show up, and the Sunreavers who are there could blame her for Lorthamar's death. Again, hopefully Lorthamar doesn't die. Ugh. Unless you're talking about Ironroth stuff. In Ironroth, Lorthamar did die. That was, oh, man. When we were talking in Ironroth, primarily not a lot of Horde characters were dying, and I think that was one of the things that Thomshire and I were talking about. Like, we need to raise the stakes a little bit here, and we do need to kill off some people during the siege. Master Godrin was who I suggested for the trolls, because, you know, the whole Vol'jin situation. So no Rokon. I was like, no, don't kill Rokon off. We need Rokon for later. And we killed Sarfang off. We killed Varrock Sarfang off. And then Lorthamar Theron was another addition. And part of the reason why he needed to die was, one, to give something for the Blood Elves and their story. But Lorthamar also was staying nearby the docks, which, yeah, the docks get messed up by the Zandalari, so... Sylvanas is also there, but I made the point of saying, okay, if the docks are messed up and she sees these ships coming, she's not gonna be like, oh yeah, let's stand and fight and die. She's gonna be like, I'm out, bye. Because at the end of the day, Sylvanas is a survivalist. .1 for Varisa, 5.4 had Sylvanas. That's true. We got a little bit of them, but like not a ton of them. Like if you compare Varisa and Sylvanas to how much we got of them then to how much we got of Sylvanas in, say, BFA, it was a lot more. I mean, that is kind of funny because in BFA we didn't get a lot of her either, but like she was in cinematics left and right in cutscenes. I think the Siege of Orgrimmar, Sylvanas dialogue is my favorite from her. That is a good dialogue. I wanted to use that in Ironwrath, and I'm glad I got to use it in part. Like, the last race and class update was 2 years ago now. That's surely enough time to make some totems for shamans at the bare minimum. Yeah. Hopefully, we get, Orc Druids, Forsaken Shaman, Night Elf Paladins, and the like. That would be really cool. Blood Elf Druids, sure. I like, when the conversation comes up of, oh, what do you think of Blood Elf Druids? I'm like, sure. What do you think of Forsaken Shaman? Sure. Like, it's... They've already kind of bit the bullet, and they did, Maghar Warlocks and Lightforge Warlocks, which were, like, two of my old... Like, I was... At that point, I was like, no, let's not do that, but they did it, and there's nothing you can really do about it. I don't like that for lore reasons, but I feel like everybody else we're at a point where it makes sense to do. God damn it, Blue. I read that. I read the last part first. You can't trick me into saying that now. Blood Elf Druids, please, I need it. It would be so peak thematically. I also want Drakthir Shaman. I don't know why Drakthir Shaman aren't a thing yet, actually, besides totems. Like, for artistic reasons, but, like, I feel like Drakthir Shaman makes sense. Drakthir Druids also make sense, too. I feel like Drakthir Druids would go hard, actually. Because you'd have, like, Dragon Druid forms. I mean, I still really want Orc Druid forms, but goddamn. Say it, coward. I'm not a coward. What do you think of forsaking these nuts on your chin? I said it. I said it. What are you gonna do now? I said it. It's Ironwrath. I speak of Orisa getting blamed for her death. Or for his death, rather. Bleh. I don't think it makes sense for Orisa to get blamed for Lorthamar's death, actually. I could see maybe them being mad that Sylvanas and Varisa didn't help him, but I don't know about blaming her for his death. I think more specifically they'll be more angry at the Zandalari and wanting to war with them and bring back old hatreds from that era. That makes more sense to me, maybe. Give you a like. I also desperately want Pandaria Druid with forms based off the Celestials. Ooh, that would be cool. A Yak Guardian form. Obviously a Zhuen Feral form. Crane. Moonkin form, I guess? And then a Yulon flight form, right? I feel like those all kind of add up with each other. That'd be cool. I'd be down with those. That sounds really cool, actually, as a concept. It's not anyone's, though, but the guys that attacked them at the docks. When Varisa with guilt shows up in Ironwrath Sunreaver's maybe like Arena the Blooded? I don't know who that is. But Liadrin would step up and remind everyone. That's not everyone's... I don't know. I would definitely write things very differently from what you're saying, Slayer. I am taking my sweet time with these quests, holy moly. I mean, you know what? It's fair, you know? There we go. I will get the Dreadwaste done tonight. That is the plan. Leodrin could be the new Blood Elf leader in Ironwrath? Maybe. I won't say no, I won't say yes. But I will say maybe.
Hello. Keep the peace. Stay focused. Goodbye.
Ooh, we're revered with the anglers. I forgot that this was angler rep over here. That's nice. I should probably get the
What wisdom do you seek? May
the
red
angler
flame
the angler rep thing. I'll go ahead and do that real quick. It's all the way in Cressering Wilds, but
Come, speak with me. May your deeds live on in story.
I honestly forgot that the angler, this is an angler sub-faction technically. Let me go and get that rep bonus while I do these, because that's extra rep. In the game, Jorana lived at Dalaran even before Jaina's grandparents were born. May Blood Elves in Ironwrath, would they feel never part of the Horde or nor seen as family? I wouldn't say that. For specifically for Ironwrath, the Horde is in a very bad place, right? Like, we literally ended it with the Siege of Orgrimmar crippling everyone. Like, everyone is in a bad place. The Forsaken, the Tauren, the Pandaren, the Goblins, like, everyone's in a really bad place right now. And before that, the Blood Elves were already thinking of leaving the Horde and rejoining the Alliance, and then the Purge happens, which, you know, complicates everything. I would argue that the Blood Elves saw the Horde as a family, as a thing to fight for, and that's why they were at the siege. But things went badly, everyone kind of was splintered. I feel like there's definitely a story there where the Blood Elves find peace with the Horde again at some point. But right now, everyone's kind of doing their own thing. Everyone's kind of down on their luck. That's what I would say. Hello! What is the best class? The best class, is Hunter. Hunters are the best class, always, because we get a pet, and we get to tame our pet, we get to name our pet, and it's the same class as Rexar, and you can never go wrong with Rexar. Give me the awesome little rep token. Where are you? There he is.
You need something?
Can I not buy this? I can buy it, but I can't use it. Okay. Okay, where is the... There it is.
Safe travels.
Eventually, I'll have to get my fishing up at some point. That day is not today. Lies, don't listen to the streamer. He's stinky and has bad takes. Wow. I can't believe you. Very on Tron. I feel like you just don't get me. Your hatred for hunting and hunter pets will be known throughout the world and the galaxy. It's sad that the Horde is in a mess in Ironwrath and Garrosh is breaking everything and history repeats itself. I mean, the Alliance isn't doing so hot either. Like, The whole world is effed up in that timeline. And that's kind of the point. Like, Garrosh winning, it's not very good for anyone. Imagine not wanting to be a warrior. Imagine not wanting to be a hunter. Also, warriors are like my third or second favorite class, blue. So, that is not my take. How dare you? Hunters are truly the best. Why else would they redesign it from the ground up every single patch? They just love hunters a lot, obviously. It should be first. No. Hunter is first and always will be first. I have been maining a hunter since 2008. And I have never stopped. I am a very dedicated person to the cause of hunting. Hopefully one day in Ironrath things will be better for all the people of Azeroth. We'll see. I don't exactly... I mean, I have an idea of what the ending of Ironrath could be, and I'll definitely pitch it to Thomshire, but Ironrath will either end depressing or in a very good light. Who knows? What do I need to do? Bring... Let's see. Oh, okay, that's what I need to do. That's nice. I'm going to be honest, I realized yesterday in a Mythic Plus that they turned Pack Leader BM into ranged Feral Druid this patch, and I threw up in my mouth a little. Ew. Ew. How could they do that to my boy? My beautiful boy. I still think more people will have died when trying to stop Garrosh, like all wars would be. I'm not sure if Nightborn would appear in Ironrath or Illyria showing up. We have had those talks. I don't know either. Never say no to the Nightborn, but I don't really see why they would. Illyria and Turalian are a maybe. I don't know. I will talk about that with Thomshire. Nothing is really decided yet in regards to the Nightborn or Illyria or Turalian. That's kind of like... We already have a lot of characters to kind of work with. It's kind of... we don't want too many, I feel like. That's my opinion on that matter. I feel like... We still gotta address the Night Elves, for crying out loud, and that's been one of the things I've been pushing for hard in the writing room. I want Night Elf stories. I want to tell Night Elf stories. I want to do stuff with the Night Elves, but I think the next one is a Blood Elf episode. I'm pretty sure. Isn't Rexar technically a Death Knight if you count Hearthstone? I mean, he can be a Death Knight in Hearthstone, but everyone can be a Death Knight in Hearthstone. Canonically, he's a hunter or a hunter warrior in World of Warcraft and Warcraft 3. So... Plus, Anduin has taken a huge weight of the crown. Anduin, I like writing for Anduin when I get the chance to. I had fun writing for him for episode 3. That's gonna be a fun one. Funniest plausible opportunity is the true horde taking the fight to Maiev at the vault and some random grunt pointing at the Surmar shield and going, War Chief, what's that? It's... that is actually a very... I am curious if I can get that, in the writing room cell, because my brain has suddenly gone from... How could we get Illidan into the story? How could we get Maiev into the story? How could we get the Nightborn into the story? And, like, Garrosh going randomly to the Broken Shore, as much as... Well, not the Broken Shore, the Broken Isles, is like... I don't think he would. But I'm not opposed to it. Like, why would he go there? Maybe he just sends, I don't know, an expedition there to check things out because, you know, land... Because why did nobody ever find Surmar before? I mean, nobody... Yeah, it's like... I feel like one of the biggest problems in WoW is usually, like, whenever there's, like, a huge-ass continent, is, like, why did we never go there before? What was stopping us from going there before? And it's usually just like, we really didn't have a reason to go. Need Thresher Teeth. Need to send one more thing of crab to the surface, and I need to feed the dog. Need to feed the dog with though. What the dog doing? I too want Blood Elf and Night Elf story in Ironrath too. I'm sure you guys will do great. I mean, it's just a matter of, like, cause, like, episode 2 was probably where I had the most fun. Because I love writing for orcs. Orcs are my passion. Episode 3, as you might know already, is gonna be very alliance-centric. And, like, I did my very best with writing with where I could, but, it is a bit more of a struggle, and I've outright admitted to that in the writing room. It's harder for me to write for the Alliance. I'm not very... It's not that I can't do it. It's just that... I think I write better when it comes to the Horde, obviously. That's where the crabs... Okay, there's one crab there. Maybe one of the Blood Elves thinks of the Horde and misses them, and though... maybe they get the word from the Horde of their plans. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. That is all I can say. I cannot spoil all of Ironrath. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to. As far as we know, Bane and some of the Tauren are in hiding, yes. Episode 2 clarified that the Tauren are still out there and that they have not been founded by, they've not been founded by Garrosh remotely yet. What if in the future of WoW they have a poll to vote on the next expansion's name? I do not think they should ever have the WoW community ever vote for a name. I don't know, I feel like they would vote for something really dumb. It'd have to be, they'd have to like have like a listing, right? They'd have to be like, here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4. They could not let the WoW community be like, yeah, so I think the next expansion's name should be Mists of Murlocia or something. That's actually a good name, but, you know. Stuff like that. That makes me scared. Expansion face, yeah. Something more along those lines, I feel like they'd vote for. I don't trust this community. I love this community, but I don't trust it. Was that the clan boss? There is no clan boss down here, Jacob. The Blood Elves be angry with Sylvanas and Ironwrath, and Sylvanas could not be talking with them. I have not decided yet on how... Well, the team really hasn't even decided yet on how Sylvanas is going to be just yet. We've had ideas floating around, but yeah. Again, I can't reveal everything anyways. Another crabby boy. Do you even eat the small ones? I guess not. Womp womp. I enjoyed episode 2 of Ironwrath. It's great to see the Orc kids. Oh yeah, Durak and Riza, that was nice. I mean, it was also good to have, God, I am bad with the Garrosh, kids' names. They were named by, other people in the writing team. But, yeah, I'm glad we have the duality of both, of, you know, Garrosh's kids and Thrall's kids, basically. I think that was one of the stronger components for, the Ironwrath series, was, tackling... Well, hey, I think Garrosh might have kids in this timeline. Well, hey, what happens to Thrall's kids? You know, it's fun stuff like that. It makes... I like it when we get to do that. I'm happy the Grimtome Tauren Storm Song showed up from the novel, who in the novel warned Bane of what was happening. Oh yeah, I love... One of the things I think that I have had the most fun with in Ironwrath is just throwing in, like, a character that I really like, that, like, no one really remembers, especially, like, the WoW team, really. Yeah, using Javon was really great. I'm really happy I got to do that. At the end of episode 2, Garrosh spoke with them. Does he love them? He loves them like any Garrosh would. You know, they're his kids at the end of the day. Maybe not giving the best advice as a parent, because it's Garrosh, but yeah. What is Zalatath's favorite chips? Zalatath strikes me as someone who'd like barbecue. I don't like barbecue chips, though. I think they're kind of nasty. I guess it depends on what kind of barbecue chips you get. I'll eat them, but like... There you go, buddy. Delta's favorite are crisps walkers. Are walkers? Crisp walkers. I thought we were talking chips, not crisps. What the heck are crisps? Are crisps like chips in England or whatever? For reasons that are obvious for everyone. Oh, walkers, I get it. How dare you? Chat cancels Elrin for her foot take. Barissa's sons, I think, would be adults in Ironroth. Oh, that's technically true. They'd at the very least be young adults, for sure. Sure, if we'll tackle them. We might. I think we might. Make them less terrifying. Dude, I'm not appeasing your Americanisms. Yes, that's what they are the same, but I refuse to budge on this. Okay. I just needed the clarification. Crisps. Yes, today I would like to eat some yummy crisps. They even sound the same, which is kind of funny. I need like 100 more of these, gosh darn it. Let's see, I have... I'm actually kind of curious. Quests... Pandaria... Where's Dread Wastes? Okay, Taste of Amber, like a deck boss. Okay, we don't have that many to do. So literally, it's this quest line we'll finish up, and then... Zonthic Dig, and then we'll do the Stormstout one. That sounds good. Cheetos, get it? Oh, I get it. I get it. Ships are to us are like these, I don't know what you would even call them in America. I don't know what I would call them either. Maybe Varisa and the High Elves would work with the Blood Elves in Ironroth. I'm sure a few High Elves would show up in episode 3 with the Alliance ones. I don't think so. Maybe for episode 4? We'll see. I don't know what our plans yet with the High Elves specifically are. We have plans for the Blood Elves, but I don't think we have any plans for the High Elves just yet. Speaking of Cheetos, they told me a lot of school have strawberry Cheetos in Japan. Strawberry Cheetos? Sounds nasty, but alright. You call stuff that isn't stuff? Like, I think you call them fries, but they are so not fries. I see. Fries are so specifically one thing, and the thought that chips could even be considered fries is crazy to me. It is very weird how the world works, Zelrin. From our end, things look weird. From your end, it looks weird. But no matter what, both sides look pretty weird. Hooray! I think Anduin is not in a good place in Ironroth. I did see Tales of Ironroth and his Black Dragon friend show up. Yeah, Rathian ain't doing so hot. He lost his dad at a very younger... So in Ironroth, Anduin lost his dad during the siege. At the age of 15. Legion, he loses his dad at like the age of like 17 or 18. I believe 17 actually. So Anduin is definitely not... He's in a worse headspace than he was during the events of Legion, actually. I'd argue. Maybe you should go back to just being the UK. Wow.
What is your hurry? Stay focused. Keep the peace.
That's not the American way, Zilrin. I'm gonna drive my pickup truck and I'm gonna say no to you.
Tell me of your travels.
Or eating a hot dog.
May you find mastery in your passions.
Oh. Too late. I'm kind of curious. I'm not reading all this. Well, I am reading it. I'm just not reading it out loud. I also live in the UK. Wow. Aww. Wow. Might be one of the most box statements of all time. What of Northrend in Ironroth and the Lich King? Well, that might be touched on actually at some point.
Hello.
Slow down.
Oh no, not one of these things. Evening, sir. Well, that might be one of the most box statements too, actually. Actually, I really like the added detail of all the little seagulls flying around it. That's kind of cool. Leviathan. I always liked the whole, like, Leviathan vibes they had during, Mists. I wish we actually saw more Leviathans, actually. Maybe in the Forsaken episode, the Lich King could try to make his move with his own 4 horsemen to take the Forsaken under his will. We'll see them working to stop it while dealing with Garrosh. I don't know about them trying to enforce the Forsaken. But that could be neat.
Patience. Patience.
You have the eyes of one who has traveled much.
Need to get 20 bow hits, 20 port side hits. Oh, okay. This is a vehicle list. We are just hitting the crap out of this guy. It is a very good model, though, I will say. Like, this model still holds up, I'd say, in retail. So veiny, ew. Ew. Is Hero of the Storm still a relevant game? I've seen people still play it. God, those teeth though, oh, horrifying. Maybe Sylvanas is Super Lich King and maybe takes the crown? Ah, it sounds a bit too much like Shadowlands to me. It's N'Zoth's little cousin. But
You are most welcome. Slow down.
Come, speak.
Life is to be savored.
Goodbye.
alright. A lot of anglers rep right there, that's nice. Not exactly exalted rep, but getting there.
Speak up. Enough of that.
Oh! It's the Mantid. Forgot about that. You okay up there? Insolent crabs. I get credit for that? No, I didn't. Huh. Quest is missing. I thought I got everything done here. Like a deck boss. Let me look that up real quick. Like a deck boss. I think I got all the quests. Is there like a quest in my bag, probably? No? Okay. Oh, there's like a Mazu's bounty thingy? Liam survived. Huh. Trying to see what quests I might have missed, because this is very perplexing. Treasure chest in here, maybe? No?
What wisdom do you seek?
It's possible we just need to head back there, it looks like? Try that. I'll keep looking, though. Are Nidos still part of the Alliance in Ironroth, as I'm not sure. Even I'm not fully sure, if I'm being honest. They might be, they might not be. I'm not really, sure myself. I think that they definitely are not on the best of terms, was the idea we were going for with them.
Their death will be swift. Leave me now.
Did I don't think I got credit there. Nope. Maybe do the clan boss? I don't remember seeing a clan boss. So apparently Peacemaker Season 2 is the highest rated James Gunn project ever. Well, that's something we'll have to check out then. I did enjoy the first season of it, so the second season has to be good too then. Possible we might have missed something. That's probably it. Is it the pearl? No.
Patience. Patience.
So, let's see. I'm gonna see if there's something I missed. Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing what... Let's see. Here, it's an honor to have you on the crew. Okay, I read that. Sorry about that. Well, I'm not entirely sure. What would be Garrosh Hellscream's cutie mark be? War? I have no idea where the next quest is for this area. It is not helpful. Let me go back to that ship area, I'm thinking. That's what I'm guessing. Like I missed like some kind of like treasure chest or something. I think the Trade Prince episode where he tries to escape but failed, he was to work until he dies. Is that true? Something to that extent. I leave that poor orc alone. You asked me. I gave you my answer. Wait, is there treasure? I don't think there's treasure in here. Oh god. There's like an NPC we missed? Oh. Yeah, it's not in here. So there was a clan boss. I have no memory of a clan boss. That's very odd, yeah. I don't really, I don't see anything regarding this achievement. Oh well. Oh well, oh well, oh well. Garrosh's cutie mark would be a thunderbolt, don't lie. Ah, that's crazy. Maybe it should be a toaster then. So what really happened to the Trade Prince and Ironwrath? In episode 2, the goblin said, what they did to him still gives me the shivers. Well, they took all of his riches away.
You address your elder. We are done.
Yeah. Hooray!
Yes, we can run.
You seem more like dailies, but alright. What are these bulbs? Ah! If I do this, does it count? Like I run over them? No. kill these worms anyways. Pew pew.
It's too far away.
Too far away in my butt. Ugh. Clutching on my backbone. Hooray! Only 2 more shards. Several more bulbs. Eyes anxiety. The world's so big and you are so small. Oh. And when you think about it, we're all just little tiny specks in the universe. And that's okay. Those worms are the same ones we fought as a boss in the Stone Core, and when he knocked down Millhouse Manastorm as a mini boss. True. Well, these guys are orange rather than blue. And just kind of run on them. Interesting. More bulbs. And then we are finished with this, guys. Dailies, things. Any more bulbs up here, though? When did Millhouse Manastorm meet his wife? I'm not entirely sure. I think that was done off screen. Next up is the Storm Stout one. Still haven't really found the rest of the Soggy Gambit thing. Soggy Gamble. I'm not really sure what quest I'm missing there, actually. Bro, I hate James Gunn, who keeps giving me new songs to add to my playlist, man. Like, he added, like, at least 15 songs. That's crazy. That's a lot of songs. He does have good taste in music, though.
What do you want? The cycle will be preserved.
That didn't really give me much.
You seek to trade. We are done.
I want to head back to the Soggy Gamble. I really want to figure out what quest I'm missing. Meet the captain, old age treachery. I missed something here. I could sell something, maybe. I'm guessing.
Greetings.
Ah, the chum bucket. If there's like a quest item in my bags, maybe. I do think history is repeating itself here in some regard. Maybe not? Huh. Okay, so it's not an item in my bags. Or like any treasure. I'm very confused
Browse
here.
my wares. Next one is on buy. You will not find a better bargain. Until next time.
Is Millhouse Manastorm evil? Kinda? He's kind of more hilarity evil, really, when you think about it. He's not fully evil, but he's partially evil. He's trying to be evil, but he's failing at it. That's more accurate to Millhouse, I feel like. I'll just have to figure out where the heck that quest is eventually. How to finish it. But, meantime, we'll just do the Storm Stout one up here then. Guys got good taste in characters too. That is also very true. Maybe there's a quest thing up here? What was the mantid that... Let's see. I think it was the Locust, right?
You are far from home.
Find the Locust. Karaz. Karaz. Flash target. Karaz. There he is.
Yes, Wakener.
Okay, he doesn't have any quests for me. I don't know. I truly do not know what is going on and what quest I am missing from that achievement. They should bring back the day Deathwing came NPCs for a quest. That'd be fun. I'd be down for that. Right, Amber Brewmasters.
Welcome.
family, friends, food. These are
There's a quest down here, I think. Get from who though? Does I get it from this guy? Nah, it's probably like underground or something. Aha. Let's just camouflage around, or don't. I love fighting them, but holy moly. They are one of my favorite, I do like them. They are one of my favorite, races in Pandaria. The Mogu, the Pandaren, the Hosen, all pretty great. I am eventually gonna need to get all the rest of the Lorewalker scrolls. I keep forgetting, well, not forgetting, but well, that might be the last thing we do actually, now that I think about it. We'll see. I'm so dead. Or not. Maybe I'm not dead. Hooray! We live somehow. That's crazy. Hey, a win is a win, and I take the win. Really getting much health back though. There we go. Handy, good old skull. Let's maneuver around here. Why, skull? Why? Wait. Run. I don't know why Skull's randomly attacking things. That's just rude.
I don't have a target.
Hooray. Knees in. Bada bing, bada boom. We're getting close to finishing Pandaria at least. I'll take it. I will take it.
Welcome. May your days bring you joy.
Quests up here.
Tell me of your travels. May the red crane live forever. Tell me of your travels.
Oh, the Jinyu.
Led you here.
Got that there was a Jinyu here. Ah, it's Chen. Hi, Chen.
Hey yo, come back with some stories.
You have the eyes of one who has traveled much.
Or her Benrak help us with this.
What wisdom do you seek?
Tell me of your travels. I hope to see you again soon.
Poor guy has an arrow in his butt.
Jade Serpent guide you.
What is going on with Magatha and Ironroth? Can't reveal all the secrets. And when is Shen and Ironroth, and when we see him in the first episode? I believe you do see him in the siege. He escapes with the trolls. Shen's probably back in Pandaria at this point in Ironroth. It's Shen's family quest. That was actually a good one. Yeah, there's a lot of good ones in MoP, really.
Sit down. Come, it is great to see you again.
Hey, voice acted.
But I need to find out what has happened to the rest of the Storm Stouts. I sincerely hope our paths cross again.
Bye, Chen. Yep, he does. He was in there in episode 1. Yeah, that's what I said. Okay, and then Shen, he. Yep. This is a depressing one. Yeah. That's a depressing one. We need shade harvested. To free one of them is to drink a beer. I remember. We don't have the beer yet, though. Shade harvested. It's nice to see Kurog in Ironroth episode 2. Yeah, that was a nice little thing we got to do too. Including you know, more obscure characters from Dragonflight, but like adding them back into that, you know, the past, so to speak. These Manta don't give me anything, actually. Okay. I got an enormous tooth, but not a large Mushan tooth. Darn Mushan. And still no large Mushan tooth yet. Is Thunderbluff in a mess like the rest of Kalimdor? I mean, most of Kalimdor is not doing remotely great. in Ironwrath, really. Dude, this zone is horrible. Dread Waste is probably... It's probably my least favorite Pandaria zone. It's not like the worst of the worst, but compared to the rest of Pandaria, it's kind of all over the place. I mean, the Mantid are my favorite part about it, but, you know. It's dreadful and a waste. I do like the parts with Chen here, though. This is a really good quest with Chen. We don't really get to see depressed Chen very often. So, it's a nice, nice that we get to... Well, it's not nice that we get to see it, but, you know. I guess it's nice to see that the character isn't just this bubbly, drunk man who wants, like, beer all the time, you know? He can get sad. I'm not getting these frickin' Lucian teeth, god damn it. Specify? Plenty of motion rowing with these great big teeth. They're one of daggers. That's gotta be what the recipe calls for. Dagger. You should do Outland leveling instead? No, thank you. I ain't doing that. If I want to suffer, I'll suffer doing something else, Zorin. I'm not you. I won't do it for... I don't even know. I'm pretty sure masochism is why you did it, if I'm being honest. The only thing I could think of as to why you would do it. In the future, Lily finds the love of her life. Sure? Maybe? I don't know. I'm terrible at writing love stories. Those are my least favorite most of the time. I mean, I like a good old love story every now and then. Alright, where are the Mushin at? There's one. Finally, there's one. That one over down there. I just was killing the wrong motion. Let's give eulogy to
They say your name was Evie. They say you were a sweet girl. I never knew you. But you were family. May your journey in the next world be filled with joy and beauty.
That's always a really good touch.
Storm stout.
All right. That's a really good one.
She looked like Lily.
That's depressing. We didn't even get to meet her, and Chen's still sad about it.
Welcome. Farewell. Travel safe.
Tell me of your travels. Slow down.
Hello.
Is to
May
be
the mists
savored.
protect you.
Do you hear the river's song?
You are most welcome.
What do you need?
Right, go to these over car. Nami is cooking in the Scarlet Monastery, is he? It's bugged. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. Because he taught that one guy to burn the books. Although that was before, yeah, I guess that was before, yeah, that was before Nomi started burning stuff. The mark of the end. WoW memes are never funny, I swear. I never like any of them. Damn, Zarin, that's kind of harsh. I think some of them can be funny or amusing. I was not a fan of the Nomi jokes or the turtle reaching the water jokes or the brand jokes. I liked the turtle to water joke. That one's fine. That one's harmless. I don't know, I feel like WoW community jokes are just lame. You know what, Zarin? You know what? I think you're lame and you're just jealous. The jokes you've told me have never made me laugh. You're played out and basic, Zelrin. That's what I have to say to you. And your humor. How dare you? Must be stated that Nomi, turtles, and all the jokes like that came from Reddit, so yeah, it tracks that they suck. Dang, I feel bad for the... I like the turtle made it to the water one. I like that one. Pretty sure that old lady passed away that did the voice for that.
So, the story? Nothing. Lost. He may never know the peace of returning to the earth, but at least he went out fighting. Come on. There is nothing more to be done. I am going on ahead. They say Mama Stormsnout is still out there somewhere.
Man, Chen, you can lift. Look at that guy go. I don't think I've ever claimed to be funny. Damn. You only like it because a sweet old lady did the character. I mean, probably. Again, it's a very harmless joke compared to the Nomi one. Where Nomi's just like, ah ha ha, I burned everything. I need to kill 2 more Mantid. Rip. And the quality of that character and the lady's acting are totally separate from the overplayed meme. I mean, I don't know about overplayed. In my opinion, we barely heard her even really say that a turtle made it to the water. I don't know. That one's a harmless one. Compared to the Nomi one. The Nomi one's just kind of played out. Because they keep bringing him back and it's just like, oh, I burned it. While the turtle to the water one was only done like, what, in a world quest? And that's about it. I think they even paid homage to it in the anniversary, and I think they like had her pass away, the character, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. Dude, it was everywhere, not in the game, I mean the community. See, I barely heard it in the community. The Nomi thing was everywhere, that's the problem. Like, the Nomi one I couldn't escape because it was in the game everywhere, but the Turtle in the Water one was just once, really. Or, I mean, a couple times, but yeah. I agree on Nomi being in game everywhere, yeah. I have a feeling the wildlife if people are in a mess. Sure, the wildlife are the same as people in Azeroth. Garrosh affects the wildlife. I might have missed something there. In Shen's defense, Jacob, I don't think Shen knows that he's just petrified. In fact, everyone thinks that he's dead, so there's that. Never mind, I was gonna use the camouflage. Alright, let me just run out of here. In Azeroth, I have a feeling the wildlife, if people are in a mess, sure, the wildlife are the same. Garrosh affects them too, as does the people of Azeroth, sure, the wildlife too. Yeah, I mean... The elements are in turmoil, animals are in turmoil, everything's kind of messed up over what Garrosh has done in Ironwrath, really. We need fragmented core wood. Where is thy core wood? Oh, is it from this? That's from like the dead Trents. Stop hitting me. Rude. There a lore walker scroll down here. Yawning. I could have killed the mantid out here, huh? As in the animals would suffer too in Ironrath? Well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of... That kind of goes hand in hand with everything, really, with what Garrosh is doing to the world. Like, even Drekthar warned him that you're just gonna be trading, you're just gonna be making another Outland at this rate. Need to find the mark of the Empress, which I think is in here. Many would leave to find any place that still has food, water, and places to live. Well, yeah. Now we need to find the other. I believe it is on the other side of La Tree. Like Devilsaur would need a lot of food, Mushin, Direhorns, animals, and the orcs would need to hunt for food. Would leave those areas to escape. The plant eaters would leave. Well, they wouldn't just... They would die out. Like... I don't think you understand how bad it is on Kalimdor. Kalimdor is pretty much like... Let's see, how would I best describe it when I look on the map of Kalimdor? So... Here is... the heart of the problem with Orgrimmar. Spreading out to Ajara, and then eventually to Winter Spring, and even, like, parts of Hydrol, probably. Ashenvale is screwed, Barrens is screwed, like, I'd say a good chunk of, like, middle and, like, top of Kalimdor is screwed by Garrosh's, destructive things that he's doing to the elements. And then I'd say, like, the bottom part's already not doing so hot, because it's mostly deserts anyways. So... yeah, I feel like Feralos is, like, maybe, like, the best region right now. But even it's eventually gonna get, you know, toppled over by what the Dark Shamanism is doing and the industry. It's the industry and the Dark Shamanism that's ruining Kalimdor, pretty much. Check your DMs? Okay, give me a bit. I will check my DMs.
Goodbye.
Oh, hello.
You have the eyes of one who has traveled much.
Oh, I'm getting messaged a lot. Holy moly. I got messaged by a lot of people apparently, so I'm looking at it. Oh, Skibbity Toilet. It's been added to the dictionary. Okay, that's great. Noise is awful. It's very important information, Warcraft related. Skibbity is an official word. Well, can't say I'm really surprised. the Shaw of Hatred is poking its rear over here. When you're... Is Hello Neighbor being added to Ironroth? Dude, I'm sick of this flap bucket noise ambiance, it's gross. Hahaha, you acknowledged it too? I thought you were going to ignore it? No, I wasn't. I did not like it. Skibidi Warcraft writers, when they kill more horde leaders down the toilet, I am going to end it all tonight. Garrosh is ruining anything, just like Drekthar said he would, just like Outland. I did say that. Dude, this ambience makes me feel queasy, right? Ugh. It went hard with the ambience, though, but still, ugh.
Tell me of your travels.
Tell me of your travels.
Greetings.
I actually forgot about this little, raid area. Remember this being loud as shit. It still is. I'm cool with chittiness, scuttling bug noises they use in AQ and Sothis and stuff, but that nasty, clapping, slopping, amber resin sound effects are so disgusting. That's why I would vomit when I see or hear people eating lasagna. I don't even really like lasagna that much. Makes the exact same sludge-esque noise. No, it's fair. Very fair, Zarin. I didn't like that noise effect either, if I'm being honest. Maybe Night Elves try to save more wildlife in the mess while Hellscream does not care. I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, they can always try, but the main issue is they also are kind of like, they've got a lot of stuff going on themselves is the problem, so. With that, those awful noises. All that dust. Maybe at some point, an Ironroth it can say about the wildlife that suffers so that more can understand the mess they're all in. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Some things will be said, some things won't be said, you know? I mean, it's kind of already been stated in a way, so I don't know if it really needs to be stated any more than it has been already. That guy's one big dude, holy moly. Garrosh does not realize the more he takes, the less he will have. Oh, hey, that's a good Pandaria. Not Pandaria quote. Kung Fu Panda quote. I mean, it sounds like a Pandaren quote. These guys are always freaky looking. Now we just need to kill one more wormy boy, and then a little bit more dust. Bada bing, bada boom. That gazelle is very happy. Just vibing. Yep, it is true for what we are seeing in Ironroth, pretty much. Not fully disagree with that. He is taken more, and getting less after. Yeah. But Garrosh does not recognize that, and he never really will. He's, very much in the mindset that he is right, and might makes right, and nothing can go wrong with what I'm doing. Okay, I need not one more, probably two more of these guys. One more should do it. Hooray. Alright, I need one more. Alright. Here we go. Right over par. So one day he could see Archdruid. We could see Archdruid humble. The damage, passing skeletons or dead beasts, and he looks in sorrow of his nightmare. I don't think I'm gonna go that route. Slayer, again, I appreciate you talking about Ironroth, but a lot of one, I also go follow a format that is written to me. You know, Thumbshire asks like, hey, can you do this, this, and this? And I'll go, yep, yep, yep. Pretty much that, like, there are certain ideas that will, like, obviously, like, hammer in, but I'm not sure we'll do that. We could, but, you know.
Greetings.
Tell me of your travels. Welcome.
Hey, do your thing. Look at all these frickin' sprites. All over the place. There's like 100 of these guys. Ricky Toon. That's his name, so like, is it named after his race? Just don't.
Welcome.
You have the eyes of one who has traveled much.
Speaking of Devilsaur, what of Thok the Bloodthirsty? I think we talked about it, and I don't think Garrosh ever went to the Isle of Giants to procure said beast because of his alliance with the Zandalari. I think that's what we decided on. I don't fully remember. I don't think Thok the Bloodthirsty is a thing. And did Hamul go with Bane? Last we see is Bane makes a speech to the others. He might have. I don't know if we ever talked about where Hamul went off to, actually. He might have, though. It would make more sense for him to go with, Bane.
You will not keep me inside this abhorrent prison. Set me free. The clock's call.
You think they'll add a new class in Midnight? I don't think so. I'm not really sure what the new class in Midnight would even be, because the only two I can think of is Tinker and Bard. And I'm not really excited by Bard even remotely, and Tinker feels like something that they would do for Last Titan. So I'm thinking it'll be new character customizations at most. That's my guess, at least. What if it's the most anticipated clown class?
The hatchet
Wow.
is nigh. I must answer to a swarm.
Yay, you're freed.
What? Where? What is going on?
You were being mind controlled by some sort of malevolent ancient insect creature.
Oh, that. Bah, I've been through worse. And who exactly are you?
I am Chen Stormstout from the Wandering Isle.
I'd add the Zelrun class instead.
Storm Stout? No, you're fooling. Really? A wandering isle Storm Stout here on Pandaria? Where's the rest of the family?
I will explain on the way back to the Sapmaster.
I wonder if the Chen family plot was supposed to be bigger in MoP, because it feels like it was supposed to go somewhere, but it really doesn't feel like it went very much anywhere. Get solidified amber. Right here. Hooray! I can imagine having to run all the way back from here to there here. Oh man. Thank goodness we have flying. Oh. It is crazy to me how like slow old flying is when you compare it to like Dragonflight flying or War Within flying, whatever. It's crazy how like we were so used to this for the longest time, and then Dragonflight's just like, hey, here's the fastest flying ever. And like ever since they've added it, it's like a mainstay. It has to stay. Pretty much. It's good, I love it, but holy moly.
Tell me of your travels. I hope to see you again soon. May your days bring you joy.
You are most welcome. Family, friends.
Hey! I guess I just didn't have credit for it for some reason. Wasn't a beer recipe. Colon. Yeah, beer. Let's give it to our good old buddy Han. Ugh, what did you pour on me? It's disgusting. Hey, it freed you, man. It's a really good feature. Dragonflight felt like one of those expansions that will be seen as the beginning of a new era for WoW. Oh, for sure. Actually talk to these guys. Not really.
Hello. There is no hurry.
Well, we finished the, we did finish the, Dreadway storyline. And let's just, let's see. Yeah, let me sell some stuff. Nice. Probably move away from the horrifying ambiance noise that makes me and Zorin very upset. I get so excited for Ironroth, and it gets me more wanting to know more, as now working on my take on Garrosh's trial, some based on the ideas from the novel and things cut out, Bane would still be defending. War Crimes is a very weird novel. I do apologize of asking Ironroth questions and ideas as I'm still new to the series. I get it, just, I would appreciate if you dialed it back a little bit. I'm glad that you're excited about Ironroth. I'm glad that you like it a lot. It's just it's a thing that I occasionally work on, and I'm glad to talk about it occasionally, but, you know, it is what it is. Just, yeah, just dial it back a little bit. Your arrival is timely, Awakener. Our ritual is underway. Woohoo! Serenar is a black dragon that went missing after Wrath. That's true. Probably died, though, off-screen, if I'm being honest. Although, it would be cool if he came back. Council is in harmony, Awakener. Our ritual will bring about the demise of the Empress and allow us to secure the future of our great empire. Behold, the power of the Klaxi. Alright, Klaxi va Ik. I want to make sure... I never can remember which ones are the ones that die here of the Klaxi. I'm excited for that Peacemaker intro parody with the Horde leaders you are clearly working on. If I could, like, somehow get them all to do that dance, Blue, I'd be more open to doing that. This is definitely going to end well. No!
Such is the fate of those who question authority.
I remember thinking that was so cool as a kid. Like, I was like, holy shit, she killed off all the Klaxi. That's like the main villain of the first patch. And then it's just like, she's kind of a villain when I think about the whole thing, but it's still a cool moment. Not gonna lie, Thrall picking up Vol'jin when he comes out of the trapdoor would be pretty peak. Oh yeah. We are undone, Wakener. Your efforts appear to have become imperative to our cause. On behalf of the remaining council, I implore you to continue in your assistance. Alright. Well, that's all of the Pandaria questing done. We did it. What is our rep with the Klaxi now? I'm actually curious. Halfway. We're not revered yet, but we're getting there. Let's see, where is... I wanted the vendor stuff, actually.
Buy, sell. The will of the Klaxi is eternal.
That there. Put that there. An upgrade, right? No, it's not an upgrade. I didn't think so. Oh, I can get weapons, though. Not upgraded remotely, though. That's a big shame. Alright. Now, to cap off the stream, we will do the lore walking. Need to find all the lore walking jumbles. I think it might be quest? No, I think it's exploration area? Whoa, hold on. What's up, Syl? The will of the Klaxi is a turtle? In a Sarok in a hard place. Song of the Yongle. Birds of Shauhau. The Manted Swarm. Fathers. I know that one of those is at the top of Kunlai. Shenzhen Zoo is in league with Yasharaj, secret midnight raid? Could you imagine if that was like actually like, yeah, this whole time we thought Shenzhen Zoo was this like very nice turtle that the Pandaren lived on, but it turns out it's just an old god mutation. That'd be crazy. So Moss would be a witness in my war crimes take when it's Bane's turn. He questions her of her rage and Gen's son being killed by her. I mean, would we really want to put Sylvanas on trial for Garrosh's trial, you know? Watersmithing. Alright, let me see if there's a map for this. Alright. Lore walking Pandaria map. I just know that the peak of Kunlai Summit, there's that statue thing. I clicked on the wrong link. Whoops. Alright, Lorewalker's reputation guide. Thank you, old wowhead. There's one for the Jade Forest. Well, we're in Kunlai, so we might as well use the Kunlai one. Okay. Let's see. Thanks. There's one over by the air balloon. I think we already have that. Let's see. Emperor's Burden. Emperor's Burden Part 7. Is that on this map? Yes, it is actually. Car. Dude, Galakrond got so big and hungry because he got corrupted by Yogg-Saron. It's coming back around. Shinzentsu will claim the Dark Heart. Alright, guys, you know it. You know it now. We've got a theory that we have to unleash. I'm joking. I'm not gonna do that. Are you excited for Xalta to make her classic introduction in a realistic high-definition computer graphics? Sure. Emperor's Burden Part 4. That on Yongle Tactics. Do I need to do that? Nope. Roll call? Is roll call one of them? Look like it. Yongolia is over there though. So there is one more in Kunlai. What do I need to discover here though? I think it must be down there, I'm guessing? No, no. Oh, I know where it is. It's up here. Okay. I don't know if my body can take that. Alright. Are hunters allowed? I guess you can't. I thought they kicked you out of here, but I guess not. That's kind of neat. World Explorer. Ow. That's nice. Yeah, so we're gonna cap off the Mr. Pandaria MoP Mondays, because I don't think I'm going to be doing MoP Mondays next week, or for a while, really. But we're going to do the lore walking quests, which is just kind of Lore Walker Cho yapping at us. So, you know, it's a nice little end, I think. Everything. Oh, I keep falling off my chair. Ooh, it's small. I think the Yongle one is over here. Where is it? Ah! Right, that's the song of the Yongles. Oh, the Shah of Anger. Hey, buddy. I'll worry about the Shah of Anger another day. Alright, let's see. I don't need Yongle's Tactics. Roll call, Yongoli. Victory and Kunlai, do I need that? No. Valley of Emperors. No. Emperor's Burden Part 2. I think we're done with Kunlai. Alright. Let's do... What about, is there anything in the Vale of Eternal Blossoms? Yes, there is actually. Okay. Emperor Chow Hao, Part 8. Okay, don't need that. Always remember. Nope. Thundering King. Nope, don't need that either. Okay, so it looks like we don't need any of the ones in the Vale of Eternal Blossoms. Alright, that's cool. Let's look in the Jade Forest. Surprised I missed Jade Forest ones at all, but hey. It happens. Alright, the Sarok. Nope. Spirit Binders. Doesn't look like I need that one. Beach, the First Monks. Don't need the First Monks. Broken Incense Burner. Emperor's Burden, Part 1. Nope. First bird in part 3? Nope, I need part 4. Watersmithing. I need that from the Jade Forest. It's in the, Jinyu area, that's why. Khono, which of your bingo, like, options do you think has the highest chance of being bingoed? If that makes any sense. How you doing, Khono? I've been playing the game, I've been stuck on the quest of that game, so yeah, eating dinner, then, yeah, thought come over to say hi. Alright, hey, a monkey. Hope you're doing good. I'm just wrapping up my MoP stream by collecting all the Lore Walker scrolls. And then, ooh, hiccups. That better not be a hiccup. Yeah, let me look at my bingo list actually, Zorin, real quick. Hold on. Bring up an interesting... Okay, I do have hiccups, god damn it. This is fun. Let's see, yeah, let me pull up my bingo card. Oh, bingo bongo. Where even is my bingo? Ah, here we go. Alright, Lorthamar lives. Sunwell Corrupted is the most likely one, I think, on here. Horn Alliance fighting the Void around the world, showcase all the Elven tribes, Defiant Dark Heart, Windrunner family reunion, Terralian dies, Horde Council involved, Eretor does a thing, that's probably the second most likely thing. Xalatath showing up, that's like a guarantee, definitely. Yeah, I think that my most likely one on my bingo card is Sunwell Corrupted. That's like a guarantee, pretty much. The second most likely one is the Eretor does a thing. Yeah. Okay, I'm excited for midnight for housing. Housing will be cool. Can't really go wrong with the housing stuff. That's probably like the most exciting bit for midnight. I mean, like, if you get a full bingo... Oh, full bingo? You probably should have specified that, Zorin. I have to go back to the tweet. Alright, my full bingo. Let's look. What would be my full bingo? I honestly think it's Lorthamar lives, Windrunner family reunion, Arathi Empire soon, somehow Darkon Drathir returned, and Ebersong Woods housing to be soon. That row is the most likely row, I think. Lorthamar lives, Terralian dies, Xalatath, middle bingo, Queen of Jarates, and Return of Vol'jin and Zul'jin. See, I should have said and or, because that Return of Vol'jin and Zul'jin one is probably not going to happen, because it's not going to be both of them. Maybe. I don't, that's the bingo, I think will happen, maybe. We'll see. Which in column or row or diagonal do you think is most likely entirely? Yeah, it's great that even if the expansion sucks, you still have housing. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I think that's the main saving grace for Midnight is the player housing. You're absolutely right, Zelrin. Hopefully, I honestly hope Midnight surprises me and ends up being like one of my favorite expansions. Like, I don't think it'll be as good as MoP, but it'd be really cool if it was like close. Wait, where the hell is the watersmithing one? I'm gonna get murdered. Cause this is not retail where I can just kind of zoom on out. How do I get, where even is the scroll here? Oh god, see these guys? Look at those guys. They are trying to find me already. Fuck those guys. Alright, it's like... It looks like it's on... over here? Well, that's misleading as hell. Aha! Hooray for the forest hosen being in this area. Hell yeah. Alright, fishtails, that's done. Let me see, did I miss anything? Emperor's Burden Part 3? Nope. Emperor's Burden Part 1. Jiao Wo Yin, the Broken Hearted. The First Monks. Broken Incense Banner. I think we can do the Broken Incense one, because that's technically part of it, right? Hot take Khono, only races that are good on Horde in my opinion, and since I play. Okay, you know I'm gonna disagree with this, right? Like from the go. I already know the ones you like and the ones that I like. As hot take Khono, see when you open it up with hot take, I'm gonna end up disagreeing with it, probably. Forsaken, Blood Elf, Volpera, Goblins, rest are meh, or I don't care, because Transmog don't work, or just don't like how the races look. See, yeah, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. You're entitled to your opinion, Monkey, but I don't agree with it. Sorry, but I love orcs, I love Tauren, I love trolls, and the races you listed I don't like as much. Like, I think they're fine, but I don't really play Blood Elves. I don't really play Forsaken as much as I used to. I used to love Forsaken, but not anymore. I don't play Volpera. Yeah. Like what you like, but you're not gonna get me to agree with that listing, I'm afraid. I think I would just say, these are the races that I like, and then I'd be like, well, you can like those. But when you lead it with hot take, I don't know, you're definitely, that's definitely a hot take, Monkey, that's definitely true. Definitely a hot take. Oh, I do need the First Monks. Okay, I'll take it. Good thing I double checked. Lore-wise, I love orcs, Tauren, and trolls, just don't like playing them because of how they look. You know, well, I love how they look, so it's like, can't really, I can't follow that logic at all. Breaks my brain. I actually really like how this was like an area that they've developed in-game and made Chen and the other guys fight in it. A nice little detail. Can't find the frickin' incense though. I don't remember where it's. Oh, here it is. At least the yeah, I like how the model is in the game. Honestly, it'd be really cool if somebody like remastered. It's not like you're making it better, but having the somebody like animating the orc and the human fighting with the WoW graphics would be kind of cool. You gotta get back into the Forsaken game, Khono? I'm not asking. I don't hate Forsaken. It's just, I liked them when I was a kid, and I don't know. There's always a chance that I could get back into them still. It's just, the time being, I'm not so sure. Alright, let's see. Valley of Four Winds, it looks like. Alright, so we're done with the Jade Forest. Valley of Four Winds, let's see. Embracing the Passions, Water Speakers, the most famous Bill of Sale, the Wandering Widow, Birthplace of Lu Lang, Pandaren Fighting Tactics. I really missed the Pandaren fighting tactics somehow? That's crazy. Right. Then we need Cresserang next, it looks like. Orc not bad, just shoulder bring them down. Always too big in my opinion. Tauren transmog always well, either really good or bad. Troll just ugly looking in general. Yeah, I don't think the trolls look ugly. There's certainly a chance it's called, picking a random Scourge Goober and going, yeah, that's my Forsaken. I've always struggled with making a good Forsaken character, really. Like, most of the time I'm always playing either a Forsaken villain. I don't think I've ever tried to make a Forsaken, like, heroic character. Really? Where, I think the fighting tack, yeah, they're over here. We need the Defiant, Hosen Maturity, Emperor's Burden, Part 4. And the Two-Fisted. Alright, let's go to Cresserang next. Cresserang. Yeah, the two... Okay, let's see. Lost Dynasty, Last Stand, Origins, Emperor's Burden Part 4. Do we need Emperor's Burden? Yeah, Part 4 is in Cresserang. Okay. Hosen Maturity. That's, over down in the southern island. Okay. Sleepy, sleepy, sleepy. So Hosen, okay, I think is this where that is? Yeah. So over here on the hill, are those little tiny? Are these little red things like the... Huh. I think I just realized that the add-on I have would have told me where to go. Oh well. It is what it is. I kid you not, in 2021, I said, I'm gonna be a Geist and made from a Nightfallen, and then my most fun RP character ever was born. I do think I think that's the character that you, use as your profile picture, too. I just go with my Forsaken Priest, not evil, but not good, like at first, like every other Forsaken overusing the light. He feels sorry for his people after the Fourth War. He wanted to see his people reunite with their family, but not very unlikely, but he wants to see, tries to be a good person well, but willing to be evil if it means protecting his people. Fair? Legend of the Brewfathers, we got that done. Next up is the Emperor's Burden Part 4 and Hosen Maturity. On the plus side, I don't think I need the Wowhead article anymore. If I have the add-on. I had the add-on this whole time, but I wasn't using it. I was like, oh, these weird red crystals. What are these? What are these for? Okay. Emperor's Burden Part 4 is next then. And then Hosen Maturity, and then I think the Sarok one, if I'm not mistaken, excuse me. It's in the Veiled Stare, maybe? It is. Well, I'm pretty good at muscle memory to some degree. I haven't done the Lorewalker stuff in ages, so it's kind of funny that I'm actually like, I've got somewhat of a memory of it, but not a total memory of it. here. I always really liked this temple, but it, like, really doesn't feel like it went anywhere, sadly, even how cool it looks. Like, this should have been a dungeon. Yeah, or a raid, honestly. I honestly could see the, I know it's used as for a scenario, but, like, look at this place. It looks so cool. Yeah, my Geist is my YouTube profile picture. For some reason, I'm too lazy to change it. I use a different character for profile. You know, I think that's fair. Like, I still use Pandaria for my my DeviantArt account that I don't use almost ever. I like having, you know, I like having the variety to use. Like, I wish that Discord let you change your profile picture for free per Discord, because I would still use the Pandaria one in some places, but they want to charge me money. Isn't it a bit and part of the Siege of Orgrimmar? Yeah, but I don't really count that. I'm talking like a flat-out, like, dungeon and raid that, like, uses it, like, in the actual place, not like a dream scenario. Whoa, Khono Chronos complimenting Chi-Ji in 2025. I'm complimenting his temple. He still is my least favorite Celestial. I don't know, Chi-Ji is, like, kind of like a fraud when you think about it. He's the only Celestial who gave into his despair. Yu'lon, I guess, kind of did too, but, like, it was more, like, mind control through her High Priest rather than the Shah. Zhuen never lost his way, so, you know, Zhuen's my favorite August Celestial. Honestly, I've been kind of mulling it over, and I think I like Nuzao way more than I, initially thought. I think he might be my second favorite. I still like Yu'lon a lot, though, but I think she's my third favorite now, and Chi-Ji is my fourth favorite. Yu'lon is still cool, though. Chi-Ji is less cool, but still kind of cool. I mean, at the very least, he brought back Jaina, so I'll give him points for doing that. Khono, you only care for aesthetics? I care about aesthetics and lore. And obviously, well, lore kind of goes hand in hand with story, but, you know. I never, of all my years, I don't think I've ever noticed that there's just a giant ship thrown up there. Unga Ungu. Unga Ingu. Okay, is the... We're gonna find it eventually. Are in there. Where is the scroll? I think the scroll's over here. Little cave, isn't it? Yep. Right, so all that's left is the Sarok one and the Empress one. I think the Empress is... yeah, it's all the way over there by the Heart of Fear. Alright. How's my Lore Walking rep doing? Honored. Well, I think we have to listen to the stories to get to Exalted, which I'm okay with. Man, making a bingo for the best and worst case scenario is kind of hard. Like, damn, it's difficult, but also fun. It's a scientific way to see if the expansion reveal is good or bad. Honestly, that's not an illogical way of figuring out if the expansion will be good or bad. Repeated and impactful use of a Pandaren temple. It is a shame that multiple visits to Ungo Ingu. Unga Ingu. That's such a fun word to say. When I honestly wish that we had a lore character of any kind, either during Pandaria or after Pandaria, just go like, we need to get to Unga Ingu. Oh, it's so great. Yeah, the more that I stay in Pandaria, the more I want to do like stories in it. So definitely in the near future, I'll probably tell some machinima stories in Pandaria. I tell you, it's my school's days are over. August is no longer one of my favorite months. Did you like going to school, Jacob? Because, like, August was one of my least favorite months. Because, you know, it was back to school. It was either September or August when it was time to go back to school. And there was always, like, a pit of anxiety on the first day of school, no matter what. I don't know why I cared so much, but I always cared way too much, and like I always had like this pit in my stomach when it was the first day of school. So, yeah, August is not up there for me. War Chief, Alliance forces have been sighted off the coasts of Ungu Ing. Oh my god, it's so great. Thank you, Sil. That was I needed that. I needed that so badly. How do I watch the cinematic? Will it be on YouTube, or do I have to watch it on Gamescom Live? It should be on their YouTube channel on Gamescom, actually. Just be sure to keep an eye out for Ungu Ingu, you know? Where is thy scroll? Is it in this building? I think it's in this building. That wasn't. What the heck, man? Alright, it wasn't in this building, so it must be in this other building. How dare you? Was never in a building at all. Rude. Alright, the last one we need to get then is over here. Ungu Ingu for 12.1 zone for the Shenzhen Zoo raid. It's all coming together. Beautiful. I love it. I have to tell Box this if hold on, he didn't message me. I'm surprised he didn't message me. Yeah, my mom got me a fortune cookie and said October will be good month, and that's ironic because October is my birthday. I feel like that's a forgery fortune cookie. Your mother wanted it to be a good month. She asked the gods, and the gods delivered. I am gonna need to get so. I think that I won't actually listen to all of the stories, guys, for the stream. My throat's killing me, and I also have a thing to do. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna get the last scroll, I'm gonna go to the mailbox, get all my thingy-majingies, and then, after that, I will, I will turn in the quest. I won't turn in the quest, because then he's gonna tell the stories. I'll probably listen to the stories off the stream if that's okay. Yeah, I just have stuff to do. But we will be ending the stream shortly. It's crazy how Azog and Bannerak are just Sasuke and Naruto. Look, the moment you realize, you point that out, and I have to be like, I can't say no to it because I'm a Naruto fan, but I was definitely inspired by it when making the characters. Cloud Serpent, very rude. I do like how this is an area we visit later on with Vol'jin. I do like that. Scenarios are just really cool. I love scenarios. I haven't done any of the scenarios yet. I like scenarios. Let me go to my mailbox, get all these scrolls. But I will be ending the stream very soon, guys. I appreciate the many of you, really, who tuned in for some reason. To listen to me yap while playing MoP Classic. I really appreciate it. It's a nice little hurrah and final moment for me, I guess. Before I end, you know, MoP Classic streams for a while. I'll probably start streaming MoP Classic again when the next patch for it comes out. But this has been fun to revisit this expansion. It's one of my favorite expansions, and I was really happy. Veiled Stair is a really cool zone. I like it too. It's a nice little sub-zone. You had like almost 30 people watching at one point. I noticed, which is crazy cool. It's crazy cool, but it's like, it makes me scratch my head like, this is not that fun. But okay, sure. What am I doing here? Alright, I was gonna get to a mailbox. Yeah. It was cool, and I appreciate it. Just, it bewildered me. These in, or not turn these in, accept these. Open all, bum 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 bum. Get all these quests. The masses hunger for MoP Mondays. Well, I'm about to end the MoP Mondays for a minute, so... Back during my school days, I was learning about the 1920s, and I said if the 1920s were crazy, just imagine how the upcoming the 2020s will be. I predicted that. Guess you did. Anyways, thank you all for watching my MoP Mondays and enjoying them with me, and enjoying today with me. Tomorrow, we will be, reacting and watching the Midnight stuff, and also finishing up the Ghost of Krish story. So that'll be fun. Looking forward to that, but also I'm very nervous by that. I'm terribly nervous of tomorrow, but hopefully it'll be good, hopefully it'll be amazing, and Syl will be great, and, you know, all of the dooming will look silly. But you know, you never know is the problem with these things. Anyways, I really appreciate you guys sticking with me. I will, I'm gonna end the stream now, but, hope you guys have a terrific Mondays yourselves. You guys do good. You guys have a good life wherever you go, whatever you do. And I will see you all for tomorrow. And, this was the final MoP Monday for probably till 5.1. I eagerly await you hyperfixating on every slightly green pixel to appear on the screen, thinking it's Thrall. I hate how you call me out because that's so accurate. We're gonna get another foot shot, and it's gonna be like, is that Thrall? And it's gonna be like, frickin', Murad or something. I don't know. Murad's dead. I don't know. Anyways, thank you guys. I'm gonna end the stream. My stomach's kind of hurting me, and, I would like to rest my voice. Alright. Thank you guys. I love you guys. Bye! Bye, 18 people and all the other 20 people. Thank you for tuning in. Syl, Jacob, Zelrin, Owl Elizabeth, Monkey, Blue, Slayer, literally everyone else, and Zelrin. I might have said Zelrin twice, but, you know. Tan. Yeah, okay. Bye! Alright, yeah.